4. Good morning, good afternoon. Oh my God, no, good now to you, whoever you are, being the right people wherever you are and whenever you are. My name is Ryan Erickson. I am here today to do an experiment, and hopefully it will continue to go on into the near future. Today, I would like to formally announce a few things. One being a summer journey that I'm going to be taking, hopefully with several of you, for the Open Leadership Network, the Open Leadership Network 2024 Summer Learning Series. So that's number one. We'll talk about that. Number two, let's see what I have on the list. What we're doing here, these kind of riffs in open space, I hope to be doing these daily or so, depending on what doctor appointments or whatever else I have here. I'm going to announce that as they come, probably around this time of day, maybe earlier, maybe not. We shall see. I'm going to do that. The other bit, will also this summer, hope to be teaching BetaCodex Foundations as part of my affiliation with the BetaCodex Network, and Niels Flagging, Silke Herman, and the rest of the folks in the Betaverse. As part of this journey, bit of it, and in addition, beyond the OLN Summer Learning Series, the Riffs in Open Space, this kind of thing, Beta Foundations, number 3, the upcoming jam sessions, I'd like to talk about a little bit today, that we've done a few, or I have done a few with some wonderful people over the last few weeks. And there's a lot of energy that is beginning to coalesce around a few topics. This whole no such thing as an agile coach is morphing into something very interesting, and we shall see what happens. There are folks on many different perspectives about what is an agile coach, what should an agile coach be, what is agile, what is the brand of agile, that kind of stuff that those of you in the network may be interested in. We shall see again with that too. Other thing today, urgently will be the BetaCodex Live I'll be doing with the Niels this afternoon, noon Eastern, 6 p.m. in Europe, and wherever else you are in the world at what time, we'll be doing that. And after that, I'm going to go into open space. I'll do a little, what I think, just kind of a little demo of what open space technology is, what it feels like. And depending on who's there on LinkedIn in the stream, if you show up, and if you come to LinkedIn or YouTube, and I'll bring you in if you want to come and chat about something, whatever is on your mind, whatever has heart and meaning for you. I am inviting you as the right people. We'll talk about that when we go into open space and do my opening for what that space will be. This is effectively, I guess, the sponsor welcome, because I'm sponsoring this space, and that is here now. Let's see, I was going to call this Purple Squirrel Studios, kind of related to the Purple Squirrel Cafe. Some of you might know about as a project I hope to do here soon. And let's see. What else? Okay. Well, the first topic being the Open Leadership Network, the 2024 Summer Learning Series. I have been affiliated with the Open Leadership Network for several years, having encountered open space technology in 2018 in April as the result of an event held in Charlotte, North Carolina, sponsored by Joe Little and Lean Agile Training, facilitated by Bob Petruska, who I consider to be a mentor and a very experienced open space facilitator. 2018, I encountered the large group meeting format of open space technology and fell in love with it. I've talked about that a few times online. And based on that, my journey into open space went into facilitation after that, and a little bit of a break after, and really diving in to the training that the Open Leadership Network, founded by Dan Mezek, was offering that helped me facilitate that next open space in 2018 in the fall. So I've been affiliated with the Open Leadership Network for a while, have taken all the courses, and have developed what I think is a confidence, right? I'm saying confidence, a confidence in teaching material for a few things. First of which being open space technology and organizations, how you as a practitioner may use open space technology as a large group format in your organization to help solve a burning business issue of great complexity, diversity of opinion and thought, potential for conflict, and a deadline of yesterday. Those are the input criteria for an open space. So open space technology and organizations as a general methodology, the first entree into open space technology. If you've never encountered open space before, open space technology meetings, you are welcome. We will teach about that. I will be teaching about that. The basics of open space technology online and in person, which are very different experiences, as you may know. And again, what open space means in general, specifically to organizations. And I think most importantly, as part of these courses I'll be teaching, will be what you want to learn when you enroll in those courses. So I'm open to exploring in any of the courses that I will be offering where the participants wish to go based on the context of the learning materials, first of which being open space technology and organizations. The next course I'll be teaching for the Open Leadership Network this summer will be Open Space Agility. Those of you also may be familiar with Dan Mezek's work. It was Dan Mezek, Harold Chen Sato, De Pontis, and Mark Sheffield, and Louise Cole, who I've not met, but you're out there, I want to meet you. Based on, I have several of these books out here. Open Space Agility, which is kind of the next step for moving open space in organizations for the purpose of, again, what that book came to doing agile transformation, which is when the book came out. There was a lot of, I guess still are for many folks, agile transformation efforts going around how might an organization really bring in the agile values, the principles, the rules of Kanban, Scrum, those modes of working, ways of delivering software for an organization as a invitational approach in open space agility. Open space is all about invitation. Open space agility is all about invitation. And open space agility was kind of the next step beyond that first course of open space technology. That will be using open space in a cycle within an organization. It's an invitation cycle before for top managers and sponsors to craft and create the space where transformation is to occur, and an invitation into a series of open space meetings with a 90-day experimentation and learning and doing period in the middle where teams opt in to the agile transformation or the transformational journey. And with an invitational approach, decisions are made by teams, individuals who are closest to the work, which is a principle that we all know from those of you who are familiar with agile software development know that this idea of individuals and teams who are closest to the work making the most meaningful decisions for value delivery in collaboration with customers. So again, agility in general, open space agility being what I feel is the most holistic and um, I guess, humane approach to doing agile transformation, as well as other kinds of transformation, really any kind of transformation that you would do in an organization with the open space agility cycle, which underneath it is what Dan has created, Dan Mezek, as what's called Prime OS, which Prime OS being this structure that I talked about with open space, invitation, open space, doing, open space, and burn in, that large scale frame. And again, when you have invitation, that's real engagement. People making decisions, choosing what they want to have happen with their teams and for their customers in the context of an organization. So that's what that second class is going to be, that open space agility. We'll be offering, for those who wish to signal a credential and a qualification, we'll have certification certificates available. Show up, attend all the sessions, you get the certificate. It's a proof of attendance, and that I would, as the instructor, be doing my job if I authorize the qualification for taking place in the class. So there are certifications offered if you wish to do that, and we can talk about that when you enroll in the course, as many of you who are out there. Both these courses are intended for relatively senior level professionals who will be doing, who have a position of influence within an organization or aspire to that, to do transformation as well. The open space technology class first would be for, again, to do that coach, consultant, doing that kind of work in public and anywhere beyond that, targeted for organizations in those two classes. So those two classes will be offered. We'll have a few launch points over the summer. This week is a launch point. If you reach out to me here, I'll be happy to negotiate with you which of those courses, either both courses, a single course, depending on your experience, or the third topic, what I am intending to do. My intention is to have open space events like what we're going to be doing today to unearth what learning wants to happen in organizations for you personally, for what is you feel maybe needed in society or institutional change. This open space that we will be doing in these sections here will be, again, to allow what you have passion for and responsibility to own to come forth. And so you may invite others to a session in open space and create energy around what has passion and meaning for you, what you love and what you want to take responsibility for in your life and organization. So that's the summer learning journey. OSA, Open Space Agility, Open Space Technology and Organizations, and what additional learning may happen as a result of open space sessions. So that's where that learning journey that's where I want to start, definitely with two classes, some open space, and whatever wants to happen. Topic number one done. Now on the list of progress for today, let's see, OLN 2024, got that. Riffs in open space, which is kind of what we're going to be doing here. I'll open some space at the end, meaning just I'll invite those of you who are here into space. I'll do a little, we'll do some sensing together to see where we are. You will be able to join online if you wish. I'll provide a link to you if you direct message me, and we can do that. We'll sit in a virtual circle. We'll move to the center of the circle, that virtual circle, and state what has passion for meaning in it for us, where we want to talk about that and when and how, and as far as we can do it here online together. and learn about the principles and the law of open space, and get to dialogue and conversation. So it'll be a little abbreviated, maybe, I don't know, half hour or so. It depends on who's here. Well, if no one's here, those are the right people. And we'll talk about what open space is for those who may be seeing this in your feed at this point. So the Riffs in Open Space, that's these daily open space sessions I hope to be having. You'll see them pop in your feed between 8 and 9, probably. Maybe I'll schedule one or two. We shall see. Third thing, the BetaCodex Foundations. I'm going to be as part of this summer learning in tandem with the Open Leadership Network Summer Learning. I'm going to be offering to those who are interested and want to engage in that learning would be BetaCodex Network and the BetaCodex Foundations in terms of the 12 principles of the BetaCodex for organizational democracy, decentralization, and a way to achieve radical performance increases in an organization, getting rid of the budgeting process. Sound interesting. I interested me. I encountered the BetaCodex a couple of years ago, and through some work with Niels Flaging and Silke Herman, have come to be really deeply involved and passionate about the BetaCodex and what that means for organizations to afford a better path to actual organizational agility. I think through a decentralized, democratized organization based on the principles of the BetaCodex, done through a PrimeOS method, Open Space Beta, and the how do you decentralize with cell structure design and relative targets. So that holistic approach, we'll talk about that a little bit, but really in this BetaCodex Foundations, what I will be showing and sharing in the sessions that you'll be able to enroll in will be the nitty gritty under the 12 principles of the BetaCodex as articulated in this book here, the laws of the BetaCodex. It has all 12 laws, descriptions of each, and really give you that next step in terms of what the laws mean and why they're important. So the BetaCodex Foundations also going to happen this month, in this couple months over the summer. So we have a few people out there, somebody on Facebook, a few people on X. Have a chat message here. Wonderful, Allison B. Allison B from one of my favorite places in the internet, Purple Space, as hosted by Seth Godin, the sponsor of that specific space. Allison, is welcome to you, and hope to be riffing with you maybe today. We shall see. So thank you, Allison. Take a drink of water. I've been talking for how long? Oh my goodness, 18 minutes. So what's next? All right. Beta Foundations. Upcoming jam sessions. All right. So these conversation jams have been having over the past couple of weeks have been really fun. Started maybe nearly a month ago with a quartet, Al Shalloway, Michael Kusters, Kyle Griffin Arate, and myself. And then we ended up talking about some not necessarily agile software development things. It really went into, it started off with what a maybe contrary opinion. It wasn't really so much contrary. It was about equality in organizations and what that means that Michael brought up. And we riffed for a while in that hour, probably an hour and a half. Had a real good time, and what I highly encourage you to on the Riffing with Ryan channel on YouTube, take a look at that conversation with Al, Michael, Kyle, and myself. It was real fun. Second jam was with Cliff Berg and Kyle about the more technical side of agility and learning and teaming, and some, again, really interesting topics. I had no idea that what was going to come up. I like talking to Cliff. I like talking to Kyle. I thought, hey, why don't we come together, jam a little bit, and see what happens. So that was number 2. Number 3, last week, kind of giving a feel of what's maybe to come up next, what we'll talk about, is the no such thing as an agile coach conversation that I was having with Hui Win and Marcelo Lopez and myself, which based on a hashtag that Marcelo had put out, has been putting out, and had some passion about, that what has become of the discipline, the profession, whatever you call it, of agile coaching, has taken a turn towards, shall we say, a less of a focus on domain expertise and more of a focus on a life coaching mode of being. A lot of conversation about that. I know folks say Scrum Masters and Agile coaches have to have technical facility. What that means or doesn't, as a topic that has been going on after the conversation jam. We and Marcelo, along with Chris Vestal and Kyle Erte, started some additional conversation in the background about this topic. And I hope to bring in some other voices, some additional voices, to maybe with a little friction, to talk about what value does agile coaching have? What should, according to whom, what should agile coaches focus on in their practice? It depends, right? Like, that's the coaching answer. It depends. Okay, that's a cop out. But and there's my cat leaving the room. So this whole conversation about agile coaching, I hope to be able to, maybe this is an additional theme of jamming, bring in more individuals to that conversation and maybe pick apart, refactor what agile coaching is, consider what the agile brand has become, and what that means for folks who have invested learning and time and their career and a commitment to their career in agile software development and beyond. Based on what has been happening and the rise of the generative large language model, AI technologies, what that has meant for agile, what the economic situation means for Scrum Masters, product owners, project managers, project and product managers, program managers, those of us who are in this space of agile software development in general. Why do we call it agile software development these days? I don't know. Again, maybe another topic, we'll see. But these jams that have been happening, they're going to continue to happen. Folks I'm hoping to involve, Tom Lush, Damon Poole, maybe another special guest who hasn't quite yet committed to doing that, could add some spice to the conversation. Ennis, I'm pretty sure Ennis, you would be here. Ennis Lynch. We've done a live like this before. It's really fun and cool. And Mark Jorgensen Chaudhry. Gosh, and yes, Mark, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. I am not from Denmark. Anyway, so the jam sessions will be happening, and I'm open to a theme and a riff from there, whatever happens, just like the No Agile Coach bit. So more of those coming. Let's see. And today at about a little over an hour from now, my gosh, BetaCodex Live, topic of BetaCodex Live today, and will be hierarchy. Good, bad, the good, the bad, and the partially true. What do you think about hierarchy in organizations and institutions? What good are they for? What purposes do they serve? What kinds of hierarchy do you see? And who knows? Maybe Niels and I have some differing opinions. That's always fun. We don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with us either. But BetaCodex live today at noon Eastern, 6 p.m. Central European Standard Time, and whenever now is for you in the future. So, all right, let's see what is happening here on LinkedIn. If anyone's out there wanting to chat, let's see. I've been online for 25 minutes. Let's see who's there. Is anyone out there? Yes, there's a Pink Floyd song about that. I know. Hey, Robert Snyder. You can come on here if you want. Anyone at this point, anyone who might want to participate in live conversation here, broadcast to a few thousand people on LinkedIn and restream it to your audience, I'm open to that. I am open to doing that here, and that's kind of why I'm here, to allow a space for conversation, to open a space for conversation and better conversation, as Harrison Owen has asked us to do. May he rest in peace and in spirit, Harrison. Let's see. Nate, my friend. Let's get in touch, Nate Bredwick. So good to see you out there. 8 of you out there on LinkedIn. Feel free to comment. I'll see the comments here in the live stream, in the restream. And if you comment and you want to direct message me, I'll send you a link so you can join, so you can come in here and participate in the conversation. Again, I want to hear from you. I want to be in spirit with you. And yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well, we have no one yet, but again, I'll see the comments here in the chat as they come up. Maybe I'll put something up. Take another breath and drink a little bit of this. Take a breath. All right. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll see your comments here too. You can go to .card/Ryan and see how to get in touch with me, or how to connect and do on LinkedIn. So let us see. The invitation. That's what we're doing now. The invitation is, and we go into open space as sponsor of this purple square here on the channel. I invite you to come here and speak with me in public about what has heart and meaning for you, to show your passion and take responsibility here, talking about in public, for moving that form of spirit and moving that intention forward to create real results in the real world. And when you come and you show up here and message me and we bring you into the circle, we don't have an agenda here in Open Space. When you go to an open space meeting, you've got a sponsor. That's me right now. You have theme. What's the theme? In an open space, specifically in an organization, to do open space, And for it to really work, which when you have some criteria, it always will. And we'll open space, which is space for conversation, for self-organization. Some of you don't believe in self-organization. Imagine that. So here we are with no agenda, place for you to show passion and responsibility. I don't see anyone there yet. And that's, here we are in this virtual circle. And even if you're just watching, you're here in the circle with me. And how do we create this agenda? What are we going to do? Well, what I like to do is kind of give you the rules of the game. The game, essentially, of open space. It has 5 principles and 1 law. 5 principles, first of which is whoever comes is the right people. Whoever comes to the open space, whoever comes to whatever session, whatever item you put on the agenda, whoever comes to that, those are the right people. If you wished for someone to come to your session that you call and they didn't show up, well, they didn't come. Whoever comes is the right people. And second principle, whatever happens in that space that you create in your session, that's the only thing that could happen. The only thing that could have happened in that space. Because who knows? Whoever comes to the right people, whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. And so releasing from this expectation of, oh, we have to do this in this place. We have to do it. We have to make sure we control what happens. No, whatever happens is the only thing that would happen with the right people who are there. Whoever comes with the right people, whatever happens is the only thing that happens. And then we talk about time, the time dimension. We'll have some time sessions in it in the real open space that we'll do if folks show up. There'll be some times when the sessions will start. You go and you call your session, you go to that place that was on the agenda. And whenever it starts is the right time. It doesn't have to start spot on at 11:20. It must, and who. Now we're going to start at 11:20, because we want to. And if that's what you want to have happen, if you called the space, sure. But whenever it starts is the right time. If you say now 11:20, we're going to go. If you say I'm going to wait for a couple folks to come and bathe in the energy of your session, that's the right time too. Whenever it starts is the right time. And you get to do that. You get to choose that. Corollary to that, when it's over, it's over. So don't feel that when you're in open space you have to stay the whole time. And if the conversation dies down, hey, when it's over, it's over. Don't worry. Don't feel like you are obligated to stay in a conversation. God forbid. Who wants to stay in a conversation that they didn't want to be there? Whenever it starts at the right time, whenever it's over, it's over. And when it's not over, it's not over. Time means what you want it to mean in open space. And here we are, Nate, we're talking about open space technology. I'm kind of giving a little bit of an opening to an open space that will happen at the end here. And I'll hang out for a bit and see who comes, the right people. Whoever comes is the right people. Whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. Whenever it starts is the right time. And when it's over, it's over. And the fifth principle is wherever it happens is the right place. Maybe it happens in the physical room you're in. Maybe it happens in the virtual room you're in. Maybe it happens between the rooms. Maybe it happens in a chat. Maybe it happens in text. wherever it happens is the right place. So in open space, you decide. You make the agenda. You decide when it starts, when it's over, whatever happens, and wherever it happens. This is agency. Dig it. And encompassing all this is one law. It's changed in name over the years, but it was the law of 2 feet, the law of mobility. Maybe I'll call it the law of motion. And the law is, if you find yourself in a space, in a conversation where you are neither contributing or learning, if you're neither teaching, learning, if there's not energy there in that place for you, the law is get out. Go someplace where you want to be. Is that so hard? No. You're not obligated to stay anywhere in open space. That's the law. You're either teaching, learning, or engaged. Don't feel obligated, and follow the law. Go somewhere where your heart is, where it's meaning, where you have love. Love, yeah. Okay, the law, the principles. And when we get all of our topics and agenda together, we'll talk about that in a moment. There's some rules. There's some rules. Rules. It's the game structure. You have a sponsor who authorizes the space, is the facilitator who gives you the rules of the game. And then once the marketplace is open for negotiation and all that stuff, then the role is you're either convening a session, you're participating in a session. And if you're a participant, there are also some other kinds of roles. They were called, based on the animal kingdom, the original roles were bumblebee. So if you don't know which session you want to go, there's a lot of them. There's a certainty of missing out in open space. But if you're a bumblebee, you can also exercise your passion to go to multiple sessions, check in a lot of places. That was me in my first, second, and third, fourth, kind of all open spaces. But there were some open spaces where I just wanted to hang out and breathe, let whatever's going to happen, the only thing that could happen. Maybe type a little bit, maybe walk around, maybe just be like a butterfly. Just sit and be who you are, where you are, when you are. Because those are the principles, Bumblebee, butterfly. A couple other ones that have come up. Dear friend, Marakila, taught me about the mother bear, that if you really, really want to stand for something in that space you're in, you give that mother bear energy in that space as a participant. Butterfly, bumblebee, mother bear, mama bear. You can also be a groundhog. April Jefferson, this one I learned from you. You can go just kind of hide out and just be underground, and you're still in the space. You're still there. You're being who you want to be in that space. Be a groundhog. I seem to recall there are also elephants. Elephants in space. What do elephants do? There's an elephant in the room. What if there's an elephant in the room? Call it out. Whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. Maybe that turns into something else. It goes wherever it wants to happen, whenever it wants to happen. The elephant in the room. Other types of beings may show up too. And what are the rules of your open space when you sponsor it, facilitate? That's a question. Maybe we handle an open space. Yeah. 5 principles, 1 law, and the roles. And from there, be prepared to be surprised. Be prepared to be surprised. Who knows who you'll meet? Who knows how you'll feel at the end? Whatever happens is the only thing that could have happened. So that's my opening. Now the marketplace is open. So I'll flip the camera off for a minute and check out what's happening here. And yeah, the space is open for your agenda. You're welcome to join. Like I said, on LinkedIn, I'm here if you are. 14 of you out there in LinkedIn land. All you have to do is direct message me, and I'll bring you in if you want to be here. See who's on YouTube. Maybe on X-Twitter. That place, X-Twitter. And now you can hear me typing. Woo! There's my profile on Twitter. I don't go there much. Oh, there we are. Couple of views. What's happening on YouTube land? That's where Allison was. Hmm. 14 still here. 15. Hey. If you comment, I'll see it. Hmm. $18 and counting. And the music's starting to go weird now. Oh my gosh. Did I just burp? Ah. Someone may find that funny. Yeah, some more Twitters out there. Uh, oh my gosh, I look like a freak with my hair. I'm so vain. Hey, 10 of you out there. I'm going to close this out here in a moment or two. If you want to hop in, I'll stay on. Because, hey, this is open. It's open for you to come. I'm planning on doing this tomorrow even. We shall see. Maybe 8 o'clock. Maybe 9. We'll see. Look in your feed. I'm looking around at the numbers of you that are here. I don't know your names or have ever seen your faces. Maybe I have if you're out there and you know me. You're welcome to hop by, direct message me, make a comment in here. I'll send you a message with a link to the studio where we can come in and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of time to close. Thank you for the precious gift of your time and attention. The 18 of you here on LinkedIn, 10 of you out there in Twitter and YouTube, and who knows, maybe there will be more of you in the future. And to a special friend out there whose wind has left his sails, I love you, and the wind will be in your heart. It always will be. So thank you again, everybody. Thanks to the man in the hat, may he rest in peace, Harrison Owen, for discovering open space technology, because open space was always there and always will be there. Yeah, we'll see you.